Hey guys, welcome. My name is Jenna and welcome to the Nurse Trials. Okay, so since this is my first video ever, yay, I'm just going to go over like some questions that people asked me on my Instagram. Just to go over and reiterate a little bit more because like I wasn't able to go into detail about them. So they were just, I just told people to ask me anything. Fun fact, I think people kind of have a miscommunication about whether or not I'm in the nursing program yet, and I'm not. I'm pre-nursing. But I just kind of felt as if it would be more authentic if I took you guys on the journey starting from before I applied to when I get accepted to when I'm in it, and then finally when I graduate and then get a job. So yeah, so the first question is, was the TEAS hard? The TEAS, which if you guys don't know what the TEAS is, it's just a test of essential academic skills. Which is just an entry-level test that you take to get into the nursing program, which is just another version of the HESI, which a lot of people are familiar with. It's just a different version of the test. The TEAS wasn't hard. However, I'm really bad at math, and I'm really good at science, reading, and English, and writing, and all of that stuff. And on those scores, in between reading, English, and science, they were my lowest scores. Math was my highest score, and I'm really bad at math, which kind of comes to tell you that it's just kind of where like it throws you off. The stuff that I studied for in the book, which I barely studied for, that's another thing. It's just kind of weird how everything was set up because the math was like generic, like middle school math. So that's why, it wasn't hard for me because I'm not too good at algebra and anything past that. But it really wasn't bad. The science was kind of like a lot of biology, which was like weird to me because you would think it would be anatomy and physiology. So it wasn't hard. At my school, if you're a student, you pay $65 to take it. If you're not, you pay in between $75 or $85, and it can go to $100. So it's good to take it at the school that you already go to. The next question, how is it taking anatomy and micro at the same time? I wouldn't suggest that anybody do it, really. My thing is, the difference between me and a lot of different people is I'm retaking anatomy because the school that I'm at, they didn't accept my credit. So I've seen all of the material before. Micro, this is my first time taking micro, so I didn't see a lot of the material before, but it's really easy for me because I have a good science foundation. They suggest that you take micro after you take anatomy 1, 2, and everything else, which is the smartest thing to do. I'm taking a full session 16-week microbiology class, and then my anatomy class is like 8 weeks, so for the rest of the semester. So it wasn't a full semester worth of anatomy. But if you have good time management, good study skills, and you have time to do it, by all means, it's doable because I'm passing both classes with an A, and we're 3/4 of the way through the semester. We only have like 3 or 4 weeks left, so it's doable. I just wouldn't suggest it to anybody who is seeing anatomy and micro for the first time. I do not suggest that you do that. Advice to new nursing students and what to expect. I'm pre-nursing, like I said before, so I don't really know exactly what to say, but I can say from what I've heard from nursing students is that anatomy. A lot of people kind of underestimate the power of it. I never underestimated it because I kind of figured they're making you learn it for a reason, but a lot of people just breathe their way and cheat their way through anatomy thinking that, I might see this again, but who knows. Pay attention to your anatomy and physiology because when you're in nursing school, there's no time to go back and look up, where's this bone at, or where's this muscle at, or what's the function of this, or what's the function of that. As far as I was told, that's just what I was told. So I believe it. I definitely believe it. So yeah. Is it possible for ADNs to get jobs in outpatient clinics eventually, or are they limited to bedside? No, you're never going to be limited to bedside, especially with that degree. You could go absolutely everywhere with that. I know that, in hospitals, they usually want you to do med surg for like your first year to get experience. But like I said to her, like, you can always branch out. You can always start somewhere, get your experience, and then level up and move on. That's usually what people do. Or people just go straight into it. People go straight into the emergency department or trauma or wherever they want to go, the NICU, anything. So no, you're not limited. Are chem and biology necessary for nursing school, and if so, how much of both? That's a tricky question because every single school requires different requirements and prerequisites for their nursing program. How it works where I live is that chem is suggested, not required for certain schools. Other schools require biology as a prerequisite for anatomy. So before you even touch anatomy, microbiology, nutrition, all of those upper level classes, they make you take biology, because it's actually pretty smart, because I was annoyed at the fact that I had to take it, and then I realized why they make you take it, because it makes life so much easier once you actually get into micro and anatomy 1, 2, and then nutrition. So you would just have to look up your program's requirements and see. Everything's different. I don't like chem, so I wouldn't suggest you take it unless you really have to. Biology, you're gonna have to come across biology at some point. You just can't keep running from it. I used to do that. You can't run from it. Do you have a CNA background? No, I do not. I am just a full-time student. I've always been a full-time student ever since high school. I graduated high school in 2015. So yeah, I don't have any background. I just have I'm just CPR certified. That's really just it. So I'm taking A&P, micro, and chemistry all at the same time. Do you think I'm overloaded? Girl, yes. I wouldn't even do that. A&P and micro is already enough chemistry. I'm sorry, you're crazy. I'm kidding. No, if you're passing, by all means, but I wouldn't suggest anybody go do that. 3 science classes, 2 science classes is completely unheard of. 3 is crazy. Which nurse specialty are you interested in, ER or ICU? I want to do the CVICU. I actually don't know what that means. I do. It's crazy because you named both of the places I want to be, ER and ICU. I kind of want to ultimately end up in trauma. Either trauma or emergency department, but I want to start off in the ICU. So yeah. How hard is the schooling process so far to become a RN? Is it hard? It's not hard. It's long, for sure. I'm speaking from starting from high school with absolutely no college credit and going through college, taking your gen eds, doing your prereqs, and finally getting down to the application process, which is the part that I'm at right now. And it took me 2.5 years to get here. So, it's just long, and it can be a little bit stressful with the fact that, a lot of schools are more competitive than others. My school really isn't that competitive to get into the nursing program. However, you do have to maintain a 3.0 GPA in between your prereqs, and then other prereqs, and then your overall GPA has to be 3.0. You have to have a certain T-score. There's just a lot that really just goes into it, but the easiest part is the prereqs. For sure, that is the easiest part. Just make sure that you pass them, obviously. How is A&P for you? A&P 2. I'm sorry. How is A&P 2 for you? I'm taking it right now. Like I said before at the beginning of the video, I'm seeing this material all over again. When I got to college, seeing A&P was not new for me. I did HOSA in high school. If anybody doesn't know what that is, that's just you're taking 4 years of anatomy. 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. So, I like it. It's really interesting. It's especially cardiovascular, it's very interesting. Good study tips for anatomy and micro. I kind of want to include this into like a whole different video, because I have so much study tips that it took me like 2 years to learn how to study finally, of being in college, to be able to like pass my test and more effectively. Like it's so effective, and that's the reason why I just get A's in absolutely like all of my classes, and I won't get anything less than a B on my tests because of my study tips. But briefly, flashcards. Just flashcards. They're like, when you utilize them the right way, you learn so much from them. So flashcards. And also, I also told her, when you go home after being in school that day, read over what you learned. Even if you don't 100% understand it, you're reinforcing everything that you were taught, rather than going home and completely forgetting everything. So read over everything when you get home. Read over your notes. And that is it for this video, guys. This is just like an intro video. I have so much videos that I want to do, but obviously, you know, stepping stones. And I am actually having a giveaway for the nurse T's guide, study guide. I'm gonna pick 4 winners because it helped me. Like it really helped me, and I'm going to be dropping details on my Instagram page soon as to how you can get it. So everybody stay tuned for that. And I really want everybody to be able to get a chance to look at it. I'm just doing like free promotion for Amazon because I'm putting everybody on this tease guide. Like, I'm putting everybody on, guys. And it sucks that not enough people know about it, but it is so helpful when utilized the right way. So thank you for watching. If you did watch, thank you. Tell me what you think, and tell me what I can do to improve.